So welcome to the session which I have called Being Smart with Your Goals. In this session, we're going to do a little bit of reverse engineering. So what I mean is, first we're going to look at the goal getting process and then we're going to look at the goal setting process. So let's get cracking. So before we start the session, I wanted to keep the goal alignment worksheet ready with you. Okay? And write down 3 goals which are aligned to your wheel of life. If you remember, we did that exercise yesterday where we shortlisted the areas of our life which is important to us, right? So you will have that ready. So your goals should be aligned to that areas of your life, right? And for this entire exercise, we will restrict it to 3 goals. So you could have 1 or 2, right? It's okay, and maximum 3. And of course, you can add goals afterwards when you do the exercise yourself. But for this entire session, we'll have a maximum of 3 goals, okay? So let's understand the intention of this session, which is what we do in every session, right? So first one is to discover the power of why. Now this is very important session, I'll tell you, because if you get this session right, I don't think there will be any goal in your life where you will ever fail again. That is how critical this session is. Then we go to the art of reframing your goals. So many times what happens is, we don't frame our goals properly. We use negative words in it. So in this session, we're going to see how do we reframe our goals so that it understands the subconscious language. Okay? Then we move to the third intention, which is to manage the influence of others on your goal. Now, what happens is, there are a lot of people in our life who has an influence on the goal which you have set. And knowingly, unknowingly, while we are going after a goal, we don't know how that influence will become a deterrent in your achieving that goal. Okay? Next will be to discover the magic of being smart with your goals. Right? So you're going to see exactly what's going to happen in the entire session of being smart. Then you're going to understand the role of subconscious mind. Okay, this is a game changer for you because you'll get to know the power of subconscious mind, right? So let's understand the difference between goal setting and goal getting. Okay, and this is a huge difference, right? So, like I said, being is a goal getting activity and the smart part is a goal setting activity. Okay, so that's why it's called as being smart. So the goal getting activity is very important in this entire workshop, right? The goal getting is a subconscious mind activity, whereas the goal setting is a conscious mind activity. Okay, and you'll see it how it relates to your goals. In goal getting, we always focus on the why. Why do I want this goal? What will this goal do to me? Right? Whereas in the goal setting process, our focus is on how. How do we get the goal? How do we plan? How do we reach there? What are the actions I need to take to reach that goal? Okay. Your goal getting process is driven by feelings, right? And your goal setting process is driven by thoughts. So what happens many times is, you might think about a goal, but if you don't feel good about it, you're not going to pursue it. And as you go forward, you're going to see a lot of deliberation on this subject. This is because this is very important to understand how feelings play a very important role in your goals. Then, let's look at the tools. In the goal getting process, the biggest tools are the belief systems, your skills and capabilities, your attitude. Okay, these are the skill sets which you need for getting your goal. Whereas in the goal setting process, we are talking about being all conscious activities like being specific, being measurable, being attainable, being relevant about your goal. Okay, setting a timeline, right? So it's all about more about conscious activities. In the goal getting process, which is a being part, we move from small to big actions. Okay, so if suppose you want to do a full marathon by end of the year, so what you'll do is, from this week you start doing 3 or 4 kilometers, but next week you'll move to 7 or 8 kilometers, and gradually your actions will get bigger. Okay, so we move from small to big actions in the goal getting process, but in the goal getting process we move from big to small. Okay, so you will plan that by end of the year I want $1 million, right? So then you'll say in 6 months, I need to have at least 50% of it or 30% of it, right? Then you'll say by the first quarter, I need to achieve at least 20% of my goal, whatever. So here you chunk down. In the goal setting process, you start with big and then you make it smaller, smaller, smaller. It goes from big to small. Okay? So this section, being smart, covers both the goal getting and the goal setting process, where the being represents goal getting and the smart represents the goal setting process. Okay. Now our team at the Rich Minds Center of Excellence have designed each section after taking into consideration various aspects of human psychology. So do not rush through. Take your time with each lesson and understand. And if you have any doubt, please revisit the lesson. So let's understand what being smart with your goal means. Okay? And we're going to cover each of this in detailed fashion, right? So let's look at being smart. And each word has a meaning and each word has a lesson. Okay, there's a lecture on each word. That's how in depth we are going to go with this being smart session. Okay, so let's look at B. So the B is about being intentional. In this session, we'll cover the power of why. Okay, and I'll tell you, this is the most powerful lesson in the entire workshop. And if you get this right, you'll never ever fail. Okay. The second is E, and E stands for experience. Your feelings does matter, right? So in this session, we'll see how your feelings always overrule your thoughts, right? And this is something which drives your life on a daily basis. So I'm sure you love this session. The third is the influence of environment. Now, as we grew up, the environment has influenced us majorly, right? So what you see in this session is how you are the way you are today and the reason behind it, right? You will see it is like going to flashback. Okay, then we go to N, which is no negative language. Okay, so many a times what happens is our goals are stated in negatives. So people might say, no, I don't want to stay fat, I don't want to stay poor. Now these are all negative statements. So in this session, what we'll see is what is the impact of having negative goals, okay, and how to reframe it to positive goals. Okay, and then we get to G, which is getting to your goals, and inside this there are 5 R's, right? And we'll see what are the 5 R's which drive getting to your goals. So the first one is rituals. I'll tell you one thing right now. If you follow your rituals, which you'll see how to do it in the session, that is even not 0.1% that you will ever fail. This is so powerful that when you go to the session, you will see how the small things really matter and they add up to make you successful. Okay. Then we go to role model, and this is also a very important session because it tells you how role models will guide you. It will be the guiding light in your life. It will ensure that you reach your goals, and we see the importance of a role model. Then we move to repetitions, the affirmations magic. We'll actually do a session where we do the affirmations, but in this session you will see the science behind affirmations, because what happens is many people did try affirmations but it didn't work for them. Okay, so they have a belief that affirmations don't work. But in this session we are going to explore the science and the magic behind it. Then we move to the rewards. Now this is something which is what the subconscious mind understands. So if you don't reward your subconscious mind, it will not take any further actions, and we'll see the importance of rewards in this section. Finally, we're going to look at reprogramming your mind, the visualization session. Now this is one session which, like, a lot of people talk about, like visualization doesn't work. It is not possible that I think of $1 million and it will happen. Trust me, it will happen. And because there is a science, it is not a magic. So there is always a thing which people talk about, and they say is visualization a science or a magic? I say it is a science which can create magic. And what we have done is our team has designed a visualization exercise. So it is sort of meditation which we'll go through in the end. And this is a defining moment in this entire workshop. That 30 minutes which you're going to spend meditating and which will drive you to your goals. Okay, so that is specially created for this workshop, and I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. Then we move to the SMART part, which is the SMART. S stands for specific goals. Then you will learn how to do measurable goals. Then how to make it attainable, like be reasonable with your goals, which I don't agree to certain extent. I always say be unreasonable with your goals, but it is there. And make it relevant. Okay, that's very important. And finally, it should have a time limit, like when will you achieve it. So this is all about setting. Okay, and one thing you will realize is most time what happens is people do the SMART part, the setting of the goal, but there is absolutely no or very little focus on the being part. And the problem is the being part is driven by the subconscious mind and the SMART part is driven by the conscious mind. And that is where the challenge comes in. And if you see in the being part, there are close to 10 chapters, 10 lectures, 10 lessons. So we're going to work in 10 aspects. That is how powerful it is. Of course, on the we're going to work also on the goal setting part, but it has 5 aspects of it, right? So that is how powerful the being part is, and that is what we are going to focus on, because we want to get goals, not just set goals, right? And you'll agree with me on that. That is the reason you are here today. So this is how the blueprint of the entire session will look like. Okay, this covers everything which is essential for you to achieve your goals, right? I would like to share a quote which I heard many years back and stayed with me. It is better to aim big and miss it rather than aim small and hit it. And that's something I believe in. I really love to do that because I love to stretch myself. I wanted to watch this interview by Arnold, in which you will see how he approached his goals in life. This speech has always inspired me. It is there on my phone. So whenever I feel down or I feel like, oh, I don't know if I achieve this goal, I look at this video and I'm going to share that with you. I will now directly meet you in the next session where we'll begin work on the being smart with our goals section. Okay. So till then, see you. Bye. Enjoy the video.
I hate plan B because we have so many doubters. We have so many of those people that say no and you can't do it, it's impossible. But when you start doubting yourself, that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is that if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan, I have a plan B. And that means that you start thinking about plan B, and every thought that you put into plan B, you're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A. And it's very important to understand that we function better if there is no safety net, because plan B becomes a safety net. It says that if I fail, then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else there that will protect me. And that's not good, because people perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B. I'm telling you, I've never ever had a plan B. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna go and be a bodybuilding champion. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna be in America. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna get into show business and I'm going to be a leading man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work. I will do the work over and over and over until I get it. And the same was in politics and everything like that. So to me, it is very dangerous to have a plan B, because you're cutting yourself off from the chance of really succeeding. And the reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B is because they are worried about failing. What is if I fail, then I don't have anything else? Well, let me tell you something, don't be afraid of failing, because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb that ladder. There's no one that doesn't fail. Michael Jordan said in one of his interviews When they said, "You're unbelievable, you're the greatest basketball player of all times." I mean, tell me about that. And he says, "Well, you're just mentioning the successes." But he says, "For me to become the greatest basketball player, I missed 9,000 shots when I was playing basketball at the NBA games." So during these games that he was so successful, he missed 9,000 shots. Does it make him a failure? No. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all times, but he failed 9,000 times. Do you get it? We all fail. What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down. Whoever stays down is a loser. And winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner. That is a winner. I failed in bodybuilding. I lost bodybuilding competitions. I lost powerlifting competitions. I lost weightlifting competitions. I had movies that went in the toilet and that were terrible and got the worst reviews. We all lose. We all have losses. This is okay. And this is why I say, don't be worried about losing, because when you're afraid of losing, then you get frozen. You get stiff. You're not relaxed. You got to be, in order to perform well in anything, if it's in boxing or if it is on your job or with your thinking, is only happening when you relax. So relax. It's okay to fail. Let's just go all out and give it everything that you got. That's what it is all about. So don't be afraid to fail.